All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Armored Core Verdict Day. And somehow, it's exactly time for stream to start, and no one's telling me I'm late. What happened to my chat? Where's my chat? What happened? You guys aren't them, clearly. It's stream start time, and I'm not seeing a spam of late. He's late, late. He's late. I'm not seeing it. Who are you? Imposters, fakes, phonies. Obviously. Got my glasses. I'm making sure I'm ready. Plug my late. There we go. See, now that's my chat. That's what it's supposed to look like around this time. That's how it's supposed to look. Okay. Hold on. Let me get her open. I have this feeling like I'm forgetting something, and it's bothering me. Normally, when I get this feeling, it's because I'm forgetting something, but I can't put my finger on it. So who knows? Tardy. Whoa! Don't be giving me the flashbacks to when I had what's it? I had this one professor in college who like most college professors do not give a shit about your attendance, right? Generally, if you've been to college, you know they don't really care. But I had this one like near the end of college who he was like, if you aren't here 5 minutes before class starts when I take attendance 5 minutes ahead of time, I'm marking you tardy. Because you should always be early. I hated that professor so much. Because that alone, like it wasn't even just that, but like that gives you an idea of the kind of professor he was. Man, he was something. So, where I left off, we were grinding the J fight because we need to get the achievement for collecting every part in the game. I saw my negative funds, but I knew. We grind Jay, the final boss, because while he's a difficult fight, he doesn't pay out a whole lot, but he gives you one of every ultimate weapon in the game every time you beat him. And every ultimate weapon is 250k. So it's like a guaranteed 1.25 million for every time you beat him. Works wonders for trying to collect one of every part in the garage. Sir, no one cares. He was, yeah, that just gives you the idea of the kind of professor he was. All right, hold on, shop. Where was I? I know we got all the right arm weapons for sure. We got all the left arms. Obviously, ultimate weapons are covered. Wait a minute. Did we get all the left arms? We did not. We were close. Got the hiccups. There. That's where I was. I was like, wait a minute. I don't have any rockets. There's no way I ended that, like, cleanly on the shoulder parts. Just a couple missing ones here. All right. Ultimate weapons are covered. Onto the rockets. One of every rocket. AC5 is a 2013 game. Verdict Day is 2013, I believe. When was AC5, chat? Was it 2011 or 12? Armored Core 5. One or the other, I think. Right? Yeah, that sounds about right. Maybe 2011. I would lean towards 2011, I think. Because AC6 was AC4 was 2006. I think 4 Answer was 2008. I think AC5 was 11, and then this was 2013. Maybe. Google says 12. Man, I spent a lot of time on AC5. And look, no offense to the AC5 fans of the world, but like, it came out the way it did? March 20th, 2012. Huh. I just say that because I always talk about like Gen 4 and Gen 5 are both prime examples of the first game. They were just trying to figure out like the core gameplay and get that working. The second game was where all the sauce came in. Armored Core 4 and Armored Core 5, like on their own, not a lot of sauce in those. But For Answer and Verdict Day are some of the sauciest Armored Core games. Because then they had the game like all made and there, everything worked. They just had to add the sauce. They got like a whole year or two apiece to do it, right? Man, these parts are so cheap compared to the weapons. This is gonna take forever to buy all of these. Looking through all the 100% saves on day 100. Oh yeah, we should do that. I forgot that you suggested that. 2013, I thought so. Even by 2011 or 12, AC5 didn't age that well. Looks blurry. Oh, it's because it is. I mean, because everything in that era kind of was. That was the end of 360 PS3 when a lot of games were trying to make themselves look really good, but the systems just could not handle the new shit. Oh my god, I bought 2 of every like helmet at the start. Oops, I just backed out entirely. And the sun's coming out 5 minutes after, not 5, 20 minutes after I did my lighting. Why is this such a common pattern? Like, oh yeah, it's cloudy out. I can let some natural light in. It'll look nice. And then as soon as I start, boom, sunlight. Missing you. Sorry, this was near the end of 360 and PS3. Neither of those systems could really handle most of the games coming out. So you got a lot of games that were running like below 720p and had like no anti-aliasing. They would put over like some blur effects to cover up some messy textures and stuff like that with post-processing. There was a lot of that near the end of that console generation. It's wild that 6 is the only one playable on modern consoles. It really is. And like, I would love for FromSoft to do re-releases. I don't think they will, but it would be so good. Especially with all the new players who got into Armored Core with 6. Doing re-releases of the old games to make those accessible would do a lot of good for the series, I think. Back to the grind. I've accepted old gen as emulatorware, but come on, Sony, throw us a bone. Yeah, it's just like, for most people who aren't willing to, you know, dump games to emulators and put up with all the finicky stuff with emulation to play the games, just having them available on like modern systems and Steam and stuff like that would be so helpful. But Mikkel, thank you for the, was that 30 months? For some reason, it didn't say how many months in my little thing. Can't believe that for day 100 of Armored Combat, it's gonna be completely done with this horrendous series. We still got a whole game. And the hardcore playthrough. But we've got a whole game, Mikkel. We're not done yet. We haven't done AC6 yet. Well, I've done... Oh, I forgot the UNAC. I forget that I was using the UNAC, mostly. Oops. Just because the parts are the real pay anyway. And this guy sometimes, just out of nowhere, will speedrun like the first phase of the fight for me for free. Can't be doing this without my UNAC partner. Oh yeah, here we go, nice and early. Boosh. I don't think it's even worth it to really go for a whole lot of... There's the audio. Came back. You can emulate them on the Series X via developer mode. Can you really? I've never gotten into console modding at all. Because I say it all the time, like, I'm on PC primarily. So any of that, like, modding and really getting technical with stuff to, like, get the best out of it, I'm doing on here. So my consoles, I just leave as is. There's no real point for me to mod them outside of just I could, I guess. I like leaving my consoles as they're supposed to be. And then my PC is where I do all the fancy stuff. And the audio's going all sorts of wacky on this run. Potential crash incoming. Oh, here we go. Uh-oh. Lost my boost. Ow. He's dead anyway. The UNAC did more than half of that phase for me. That's what I'm talking about. Series X is an emulation beast. Is it really? That's already a lot of damage on him, too. Wait, Mikkel! Mikkel! We're almost a week later. Have you done the tomb yet? Have you done that quest? Do you have thoughts? Oh wait, my shield is gone. I've been firing one rifle, waiting. The shield broke a minute ago, and I just didn't realize. Focus on emulation. Consoles will never focus on emulation outside of, like, backwards compatibility, which is just emulation, but no, the consoles won't, like, shift into emulation. Because most games publishers are not exactly keen on emulation because of how easy it makes piracy. It's an official feature. Yeah, I just don't fuck with it. Also, I don't own a Series X. At this point, I'd damn near take the time machine back to the RDR2 days, rewatch that whole 100% series over this one. Oh my god. We could just do RDR2 again. You know, they put the first one on PC officially, finally. We could do both.
Report your status.
We could do both. This is just Liberty Ball's egg with a bigger arena. Yeah, the boss is definitely better than Liberty Falls. Not as good as Terminus or Citadel, though. Like, at all. The egg up until the boss is very fun, though. At least in my opinion. The discussion around the tomb is wild right now. I don't know if you've noticed, if you've seen any of it. The community generally seems to hate the tomb. Oh, let's not fly outside the boundaries. I don't know how many more J fights it'll probably take for the credits. It can't be that many more at this point. Leave RDR2 dead. Just let it go. You promised Sekiro, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne when it drops on PC. Cope. Those are all on the list. And yeah, PoE 2 hardcore. Here's the thing with PoE 2, Mikkel. And this is kind of painful to say, right? Not that I'm not doing it. I am still doing it. Just patience. Give me a few days. What's it? Here's the thing. They buffed minions a lot in that big recent patch, the 1.1. And now, because Blood Mage is still shit, I want to do minions. I want to do an Infernalist run on Witch at some point. But like the whole gimmick with my hardcore character was I was like, yeah, we're gonna do hardcore Blood Mage and just say fuck it, we ball. Even though Blood Mage is terrible, it's cool, so we're doing it. But now Blood Mage has remained terrible, and Witch's other ascendancy has gotten like super buffed. And minions are really cool now. Minions were already good, now they're better. So I'm torn. I might play out the Blood Mage, but then if we die, I might flip into Infernalist on the next run. There we go. I was like, I need my UNAC to help me out a bit more. Yeah, I saw Sony cease and desisted the Bloodborne patch. I don't think it means anything, personally. I think it's probably just Sony being like, wait, that we can't let it actually play better on other systems than it does on ours. A lot of people are taking the cease and desist as like they cease and desisted it because they're working on a remaster that's going to have 60 FPS. I don't think so. I think they just don't want people to start pirating the shit out of the game and only playing it on emulation. And force yourself to play those rules for zero reason. Hey, man. There's not zero reason. It's because it's fun and it's for content. I could just, you know, play like the Frost Monk setup. The Yilon Ma setup. And just go to town and have the easiest hardcore run of my life. Or I could play like an interesting build that no one else is playing, you know? Where else are you seeing people run Frost Blood Mage? Nowhere. Nowhere. We're doing something new. We're pioneering something. Something that's maybe not worth pioneering, but we are. I think they thought that was Shad PS4 and hit the wrong person. No, they know what it is. Like, Sony knows what's going on with Bloodborne emulation and Shad PS4 and all that. They're clearly, like, as far as we can tell right now, it seems, I shouldn't say they're clearly, it seems like they're cool with Shad PS4 existing. Because Sony has never really taken much action against emulators, historically. It seems like they're cool with the emulator existing, but for a game that is still genuinely exclusive to just them, to start playing better on like cracked pirated versions on emulation than it does on their new Premier PS5 Pro, that's not good for them, right? That's really not good for them. That's where they're gonna start stepping in. You asked like I'd see it on this channel. Last time you played PoE was a month ago. It wasn't actually a month ago, was it? It was a very fast phase 1. Thank you, Unac. He did some work on that one. At least once every 2 weeks. And the thing is with the PoE and the zombie stuff is I have 2 bonus things going on right now. So trying to schedule them in and keep everything else going at a decent rate is fucky. I've got too many things going on. I tend to do this. I have too many things all at once. I get a little over ambitious sometimes.
Report your status.
Have fun, reset your hardcore character, and run the fun build. Now we'll play it out, and then I'll try the new thing. We'll play out the other one. Gonna go Nintendo. Here's the thing, chat. Sony doesn't have a new CEO. Sony's new CEO, in quotes, was just co-CEOs with the other guy. And the other guy was the one that everyone was trying to get out because he was the one making the bad calls. It seems like he kind of got put in that, like, that spot where he got told, you can willingly resign or we're going to fire you. Like, we're going to vote you out of this shit. But they were already co-CEOs. Now he's just the sole CEO. He was already CEO. He was just sharing the spot with the other guy who got, or who resigned. I almost said who got let go. He did resign, but especially since it's a Japanese company, odds are pretty good that it was one of those forced resignation situations. Oh god. I think that him being gone, I can't even remember his name. Voluntary in quotes, exactly. It was probably one of those where it's like, hey, you can leave on good terms and like your career doesn't get totally sidelined by this, or we're just gonna let you go either way. So you might as well just take this and leave. But even then, in that sort of corporate setting, stepping down from CEO at a company like that pretty much is like accepting that you're moving on from the peak of your career in most cases. So sometimes you see CEOs not want to do that, even in such a situation, because either way, it's not great for them. I'll do one more and then go sell off all the ultimate weapons and see how much that buys us. We're on what, weapon arms? We're really close to buying everything. The PS5 autopsy is gonna be interesting. It's so weird too, because like they still are like dominant in the market right now, but just everyone kind of hates them again. It's a weird spot because they're still winning But just no one likes them right now. And I can't really remember that being the case in the console market. Normally when you lose all that goodwill, the sales just go with it, which maybe we just have to wait until like PS6 and whatever Xbox's competitor will be. Maybe then it will flip, who knows? I doubt it. But it's just weird. Like, I feel like, you know, I think Xbox, right? Everyone was really big on like Xbox and Microsoft during the 360 gen, but then that Xbox One announcement was so bad that all the goodwill was immediately gone. Everyone jumped ship. PS4 skyrocketed. In the West. Obviously, in Japan, Xbox was never that big. But at least over here, that's what happened. Oh, here we go. Are we money grinding against Jay? Yeah. We gotta get the achievement for, what's it? Owning one of every part in the shop. And then we can do hardcore. We're not that far off, though. Going to translate to Switch 2 sales? It might. I don't know, though, because I've said this before about the Switch. The Switch doesn't really directly compete against, like, Xbox or PlayStation. It's kind of just in its own category, where it feels like most people who are really into console gaming have, like, either a PlayStation or an Xbox, and then also a Switch. But the Switch also, part of that is that the Switch is so cheap at $300 retail. So my one thing with the Switch 2 that I'm really curious about is how they're gonna price it. Because I feel like if they go for like $500, it's just not gonna work, right? Because Sony will bring out a system, although maybe not, seeing how the PS5 Pro went, but assume Sony goes for like the standard $500 with PS6. If the Switch 2 has to compete at the same price point with like a PS6, I don't think the Switch 2 wins. I think they're gonna have to keep it cheap, right? Which they probably will, given the hardware in it. It's not like they're gonna be very expensive for Nintendo to produce. It's part of why the Switch is so cheap. It's because it's kind of shit. Internally speaking, the Switch games are great. Like, the system itself, from a technical standpoint, is not great. All right. How much money do we have? How far does this get us? I don't even know anyone who owns an Xbox. Bro, right now, I know so few people who own... It crashed. Like, right now, I don't know anyone who owns, like, a Series X personally. Like, I don't have a single friend from, like, high school or, like, from childhood or anything like that. Friend from college who owns a Series X. I don't have a single one. False 2 minutes ago on Discord sent me a meme about of Phil Spencer in that interview the other day, talking about how all their stuff is going to PlayStation and Nintendo and all that. The article headline on the meme says Microsoft Gaming CEO says releasing games on PS5 is a good thing for Xbox. And then it's like a cucking meme of like Xbox sitting in the chair and watching his wife fuck the PS5. Basically. Watching the Xbox games, the wife is Xbox games in this meme. That's a wild fucking meme. I've seen it on Twitter. Forza's coming to PlayStation. Yeah, assumedly Halo is. Assumedly Gears of War is. And I've said on stream, because I talked about it like the day the interview came out before anyone was really talking about it, which was weird. I thought that interview was gonna be such big news, and then I mentioned it on stream and like no one in chat knew what I was talking about, but regardless. I think it's a good thing for all the games to get moved over, because Xbox is very obviously not winning the console war, like not even anywhere close. And Xbox does have good exclusives. That at the very least, like if the way that Xbox stays around as a business is by just putting their games on all platforms and letting everyone play them, I don't see the issue. But that's also probably just because I'm not involved in the console war. Like, I don't have a horse in this race, right? So maybe that's part of it. Watch Flight Sim come out on PS5 and run at 30 FPS. Yeah, no, Flight Sim I don't think could run on a PS5. Maybe on a Pro. I bet it could run pretty okay on a Pro, actually. As much shit as I give the PS5 Pro, it could maybe run Flight Sim at like a stable enough frame rate. I'm praying this is enough money. This is way more than I thought I had built up. We'll see, because legs are expensive and there's a ton of leg parts. I'm ready to get to the hardcore run though. I feel like it's gonna be an adventure for sure. Nope. How many parts do I get here? Hold on, chat. We're kind of cooking. And I think I already own most FCS and generator parts and all that. Maybe not boosters, but also maybe boosters. I don't know how many of the boosters I own. Oh no, tank legs. Please don't be too expensive. Please. Let that cash stack hold out. Oh my god, it did. Okay. Missing that FCS. Missing that generator. Hold on. Hold on. The trackers are so dirt cheap. Chat, we did it. We have every part in the garage, at least one. That's it. We own one of everything. No achievement pop, unfortunately. You realize there's like 50 different ones? Yeah, we're only doing one. Because the achievement only requires that you complete one. There's no way I'm doing like 50 playthroughs of this shit on hardcore. Is it like hard mode and 4 answer? No. So much worse. One of everything. Also, hello, Jess. 99% completion gamer. Nope, if my achievements say 100, it's 100. Right? Even then, I joke about that, but sometimes I do go above and beyond if it's not that much more. But when it's the difference between like 1 additional playthrough and 50 additional playthroughs, I'm doing 1 because the other 49 aren't getting me anything. So I'm not doing that. All right. Everything in the workshop is done. I don't want to leave this save file. I don't want to do it. I like this save file. Look, it's beautiful. I don't want to leave this. Coming to the end of Armored Core as a thing on this channel. No. I refrain from commenting any further, though. But no. I don't want to leave. Can't make me go. One. Bro, are you shitting me? Hardcore mode is a challenging mode for playing through all story missions under extremely difficult conditions. A separate save file will be made for hardcore mode. The current normal mode play data and AC parts will be saved separately. Hardcore mode is for single play only. The following items will be reset to default when starting a challenge: AC parts, money, player rank, and shop lineup. Each challenge has a maximum number of ACs. ACs left is reduced every time a mission ends in failure. If it drops to 0, the challenge fails. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's 10. I'm still not doing 10. Because again, 1 is required. Oh my god. This one is literally... Wait. Hold on. This one is just the base game, but I take 50% more damage to everything, and I have 10 lives for the entire playthrough. Okay. Whoa. This one is the base game, but I deal 30% of my total damage to everything, and I get 10 lives. This one I only get 5 lives. Oh my god, ammunition costs times 50. Repair costs times 3, but everything else is the same. Only 5 lives though. Oh my god. Double damage taken, not on deflected though. Only 10% of the reward. Oh. But no repair costs and no ammunition costs. And I get 10 times the rank points for everything. Meaning I get new parts available much quicker. 10 times as fast. A single life? I actually take less damage from things in this, but I only get a single life. Oh man. Chat, I'm tempted by this one actually. Is that crazy of me to say that I'm tempted by type E? I take 30% less damage. Like, my defenses are much higher. Everything else is the same, but I just get the 1 life. If I die with that crazy defense boost, it's over. I feel like I could do that. Maybe that's crazy of me to say, but I feel like I could do that one. Genuinely. I'm also eyeing this one because that seems interesting to me. But double shields, you are the wall. Dude, using a shield in this, like, actually, I would be unkillable. You sound like Mr. Confident, maybe. Gambler. 5 times the damage taken, but 10 times the damage dealt. And I get 5 lives. That sounds too risky just because of 5 times the damage taken. Even with the 10 times damage dealt, that sounds way too risky. That, Oh no, what is this? Please be gentle. Only get 1 AC. 30% less damage. 30% less damage dealt. Half of the rewards. Double the repair costs. And everything else is normal. I don't know about that one. So wait, because the damage taken and dealt is less, that just evens out and might as well not be different. Don't even look at that. It's just half rewards, double repair costs, and only 1 life. %50 more damage taken. 95% less damage dealt on a deflection, but 5 times the player rank and 5 lives. 5 times damage taken, 10 times damage dealt. Ammunition costs times 50? No. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. So, both dealing and receiving, if your resistances are high enough to deflect, it like no damage is taken. But if you have the right type, you deal a lot more and take a lot more in return, but the rewards are so low though. Absolutely not. You know what, chat? I'm thinking Mr. Confident. I'm thinking I could do it in 1 life with the right knowledge, the right builds. 30% increased defense. I genuinely think I can do this in 1 life. Oh man. All right. Yeah, there we are, back to scratch. Okay. I know that these are the best weapons in the game. I know this. Those 2 rifles tuned for power. Boom. Like 80% of the game's challenges, dead. Just like that. I know now. And you can buy them immediately. But that's like all of my money, I think. Yeah. Steel Souling AC, basically. We need the achievement. I like how many different hardcore modes there are. Like just the sheer amount of options. And I also like that it tracks how many clears you've done. You could hardcore grind this game on all the different modes and have like the most impressive save file of all time. Legitimately. That would be some impressive ass shit. All right. Time for the first mission of Mr. Confident. This one should be fine. I am Mr. Confident.
You there? I'll go over the mission.
Confident until you run out of the area once. I won't. I think the dialogue broke.
The other, a serious recon unit.
Oh.
They've been in a standoff the past 2 days. We've been hired to attack one of these units to
Also
stir
had a
up hostilities.
hardcore mode player ranking when the servers were still up. Oh, was it just how many times you had cleared the mode or what?
Intel I have been given.
Where do you get these jobs? They're always shady as hell. I guess mercs are disposable these days, huh?
Calm down, fat man. Do you want to get paid or not?
I'm sick of being a mule, Maggie. All I think about lately is quitting.
Then quit tomorrow. But today, you've got work to do.
No dice. It's gonna rain, and I wanna quit.
Yeah, the dialogue did break.
We emulation once you deploy behind serious
Oh
lines.
no, the recon units, man. They're so bad.
Fire as soon as you get in range.
The other unit's on the move.
The stage is set. Now just wipe out everything that moves.
Scanning. Beacon set. Target on.
Kill every last one. Add to the
Hello. I am Mr. Confident.
Enemy is around half strength. Almost there. Get this over with.
Holy shit. Oh. Beautiful.
Scan shows no enemy signatures.
Off to a good start.
good work.
I never really played hardcore mode.
Go ahead and
Man.
send a report to the client.
I feel like this is one of those things that if I was playing this game a ton, I would have been a hardcore mode fan.
That's just how
Like when it was out, I mean. If I was playing this back when the servers were up and the game was active, I would have been a hardcore grinder, I feel like.
You were a merc once, right?
This is so my kind of challenge run setup.
Let's go.
Data acquired. What do you think?
Play some new games, Animal Crossing, and the other really popular indie game that I forget the name of,
Will eliminate
Stardew. Yeah.
anyone with potential.
Guess I'll just have to play The Sims 4 again.
After all.
Not again. Like, start over? From scratch? I don't know, is The Sims, like... Is it that grindy? Of a game, like... Is it a game where starting over is... scary? Oh man, unlocking the parts? Yep, the menu's still great. Sims? No, okay. Never really played it all that much. I played it like a tiny bit. Girl game. Also, hello, Tidbit. Really manly man gamers don't play The Sims, so I didn't. You know how it is.
Nanomachines, son.
Nanomachines. These are heat rockets? Those are good, though. Heat rockets are good, and I know that now. Those rifles should be great in the early portions. I'm gonna buy... We're just gonna try to get rid of the junk parts. I'm just gonna start there and worry about putting together something like great later. Limp Bizkit anime opening goes crazy. Am I like the only person who doesn't like the DMC anime opening? Because I'm starting to feel like I am. I haven't seen anyone else saying negative things about it. I feel like I'm the one guy who didn't like it. No, I hated it? Oh, okay. So it's not just me. I'm not alone, thank God. Thought it was all right. I mean, it's all right. It's just I don't get what they're going for. It feels off. It doesn't, like, as someone who's played a fuck ton of DMC, like a concerning amount, I don't get DMC when I watch that. If that makes sense. It's wild that they used Limp Bizkit though. It's B-I-Z-K-I-T. Bizkit. The visuals or the music? The visuals in isolation are fine. The music in isolation is fine. But it feels so poorly edited together, and like it just doesn't feel like Devil May Cry. It feels like they animated the whole thing and then just slapped the song over it, because there's like zero. What's it? There's zero like parity between what's happening visually and with the song. They're both kind of just there doing their own thing on top of one another. If that makes sense. I'm trying to describe it, but I'm struggling. Oh, that's just it.
Mission complete. Well done.
There's a part where the guy says, "Hey ladies," and lady appears. That's about as good as it gets. Oh, I missed a subquest. Oh, we're gonna need to do that. I can do that, right? Oh no. Oh no. You cannot replay missions. Oh boy. That changes things a little bit. Uh-huh. Probably gonna want to go medium biped. I think that's the FCS I was using like pretty much the whole way through on the last build. I'm basically just putting together a build that can do most things, which is pretty much what I put together for most of the last playthrough. So if it's starting to look familiar, it's because it is. And now I'm starting to realize, since I can't replay stuff, one death putting us back to the start is a little scary, actually. Hardcore mode would be good for AC6. Bro, this would be so good in any other Armored Core game. Something like this where they've got like 10 different challenges with limited lives and everything. This would be great in literally any other Armored Core game. I'm fully serious. I'll let him get his entrance.
Time to test this new weapon. Watch out! That AC's fitted with some kind of mod.
Those weaponized arm units we've seen around, they pack a punch without sacrificing mobility.
Oh my god.
Their armor is weak, though. Dodge their attacks and take them out.
Wasn't there a
Get that! Close in for the kill.
scrap around here somewhere? Kinetic will do. It's easy to implement from a game development perspective. Oh, I did fly past it. Shit. Yeah, it really, like, the modifiers and everything are not hard to implement. There's a shocking amount of replay value from something like this, especially with the way that the hardcore selection menu tracks how many times you've cleared each hardcore mode entirely. That's great. Like, you can literally, that's the sort of thing that people will be like competing with their friends or just other people in the community in general to like have the most clears on hardcore, right? This makes me just realize that every other Armored Core game before this should have had this, and especially 6 should have had this. Randomizer mods? How would you do an AC randomizer? Oh, that's okay. Found it. Took a fucking minute. How would you do it? Like randomize the enemies? Randomize. Maybe you could randomize like what parts become available throughout the story, right? Like in the shop. You could have it so that the same number of parts would become available at every point. Like say, you know, you clear this mission in like Armored Core 1, right? And 10 parts become available. The 10 parts that become available are random from every part in the game, rather than being like the specific 10. That could work. Starting a C randomizer, that would be cursed as fuck. Absolutely not. You just get like the overweight AC with no, or sorry, that's using like too much energy every time. That might be too cursed. Maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, because there's online rankings and obviously just like social media. You just be competing with other people in the community to try to get the bragging rights for having cleared hardcore mode enough times. It's such a good idea that I can't believe they would not bring forward, like when reviving the series with 6, but a man can dream, I suppose. There's a shield available. I repeat, there is a shield available. Man, aside from that, am I just gonna need to have like a shield? And then, unless I know exactly what I'm getting into, one of each damage type for like weapons? Is that how this is gonna end up going? I could use more CE defense. Oh, before I start, actually no, defense is absolutely priority. I was gonna say, before I start trying to like specialize defense and all that, I should get like generators and boosters and all that. But honestly, no, the defense, I get 1 life on this. The defense is important. I have to think like it's PoE hardcore. I need to start stacking my defenses as early as I can to not die. This is a TE core, right? Yeah, it is. Holy shit. Okay, come back to that. I don't even have that much money right now. Online rankings for a PC game won't work that well. Yeah. Cheats are everywhere. And even then, like on console, that was never, or sorry, it's not like that was never a thing on console either, right? Like if you played any online multiplayer game during the 7th generation of consoles, the leaderboards were hacked to shit.
Just another routine job. Destroy all enemies in the area.
Be that Chad who completes all the challenges. Are you saying me? No. Maybe like long term, over a lot of time, I might. But no. Not like for this series. You know how long we'd be just on Verdict Day? We've already been on Verdict Day for a long time, and I like Verdict Day a lot. Don't get me wrong. But it's like I was saying earlier, like we need to clear 1 hardcore mode for the achievement, and then I could do the other 9. But aside from just the bragging rights, I get nothing out of the other 9 past the first clear. Right?
That's all of them. Thanks.
Maybe long term.
Head home.
Just nope. Nope. Too much, not enough reward yet. AC6 not even letting you make a new save is bullshit. Well, it's the same as 5 and Verdict Day, right? Unless I'm wrong. Hold on. Yeah, everything in this game autosaves. Hold on. Unless I'm mistaken and they do have it in here. Is there a way to just clear your save? I don't think there is. Outside of hardcore. I mean, you can play hardcore, but... yeah, it's the same here. Which is kind of shit. But at least on PC, I understand for people on console, but... on PC, playing these games on emulation... and also playing AC6. Well, actually, AC6 does have a new game button that you can clear it. I was gonna say you can just go delete your save file. That's what I did for streaming the Gen 5 games, like from the start. But Gen 6 at least has a new game button that just overwrites your existing save. I wish it didn't need to overwrite your existing save. But it is easier than needing to go find the save file and delete it at least. After 100%ing them all. Yeah, I don't know. Because the thing, these take so long that genuinely, like, this is no bullshit, right? I don't really remember much about how it felt to 100% like AC2 or Master of Arena. It's been so long that I genuinely have kind of forgotten. So that idea might it might get repurposed, but I think it's probably kind of a dead idea, to be honest. We're gonna want this at some point. Oh, wait. No reserve mag yet? Might stick with the... Well, I don't know. I don't know. You didn't even 100% silent line. We did. The game is bugged. You just don't get to keep your old one. Yeah. Which sucks ass. Like, you should be able to have multiple saves, but I really don't know why it's not there, to be honest. It's not like FromSoft's other, newer games don't allow you to have multiple saves. Like, if you go play Elden Ring, you can have as many fucking characters on Elden Ring as you want. An AC fight. Okay, wait. Midweight biped. We're gonna big brain. Midweight biped means that he's probably KE defense focused. I can at least look at the legs to try to guess their defenses going in. Check the percentage. No, you remember, we did everything. We like quadruple checked that we did everything. It's just bugged, and there were a ton of people on forums who had it too. Forever stuck at 99%, unfortunately. Of all, the games too, to get stuck at 99 after so much effort, it had to be fucking Silent Line, because that game sucks to 100%. And then it smacks you in the face at the end with a 99%. You can't even get it to 100 if you just get unlucky. Fuck that game. Silent Line makes Chole cry at night, and it isn't even because of the bug. Such a pain in the ass. Hold on, I'm doing it. I know what must be done. Whoa, no, workshop. The menu being changed up is throwing me off. You get so used to it being one way. I'm gonna need one of these. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Oh wow, that's a lot of TE defense on that. Does he score things multiple times up to like 126? I think it's one of the portable games that's bugged and you can just keep doing things over and over and it keeps going. But Last Raven doesn't go up to like 120 whatever because it's bugged. It just goes up to that. For some reason, Last Raven's percentage is just like 120 something. I don't know why. How expensive is this to upgrade? For 50 defense? I don't know if that's worth it. It feels like I should be able to have the other two both over like 1500. But I'm just used to all the late game stuff from from all the time spent playing the other save now. Whoa. Maybe. I should be looking at my boosters. I should get a new booster and generator. That's what I should be doing right now, to be honest. I should be getting a balanced generator. That energy consumption. It's probably worth it though. Well, yeah, I think it is. If it's not, the boosters aren't that expensive. Oh, I'm broke again. God damn it. How long is Verdict Day? It's like we've been playing it forever. It's long, and then there's hardcore mode, which is what we're doing right now. Thankfully, it's great. Thankfully, Verdict Day kicks ass. But it is long. It's long and then there's more. It's true. Doesn't get old. The hardcore menu music does not get old. Just a jump scare every time. Christ. Did I equip?
They say these parts are tricky to use, but having the latest tech can't hurt. Here I come!
You play other games in your free time? I do. You hear a lot of people... I did not equip the pile bunker. God damn it. You hear a lot of people say things like once you turn games into your job, they're not fun anymore. Those people are full of shit. Or they're just clearly not as hyper fixated on the industry as I am. That's also possible, but I think they're just full of shit. Video games have been my job for years, and I still play the fuck out of them in my free time even. Normally it's only like one game at a time. And normally it's like stuff that's easier to play in short little bursts. Because when I play games in my free time, I play for like 30, 45 minutes at a time normally. Will be like my gaming sessions in my free time. I just play a little bit, like per sitting. So normally stuff that's easier to play in like little bursts like that. And just like one game at a time. So recently, PoE 2, where I can just like hop on, clear 1 or 2 maps in a sitting, you know, make some adjustments to my build, and then just turn it back off and come back to it later. For people who only play the same types of games or one franchise, that's probably also true. You can burn yourself out just playing one thing over and over. Do you think completing all missions in Nexus Disc 2 should give you OPI or Human Plus? It definitely would have been fun. I would not have complained. Maybe not, just because then it would let you bring that over to Last Raven and fuck up Last Raven's balance. But in general, if you've heard me talk about Armored Core enough, you already know that I don't like transferring save files. Because I like actually having a progression when I play the games. Like needing to build up an AC and all that is a big part of playing AC for me. So just like making one build and then using it for an entire generation of games is not my thing at all. Right. Bay unit. There we go. That's a lot better. And then... Oh, I already equipped it. Sweet. I collect games, put them on my shelf, and then never play them. That sounds about right. What is this one? Oh, I don't remember this one. Prevent them from escaping. Combat should be kept to a minimum. Yeah, right. Combat never gets kept to a minimum. I've learned these things over time. Oh, it's this one. Oh, we're golden on this.
This is City Defense Headquarters. All units pull back.
City Defense Headquarters. We got
How many missions are in the game? 60, right? Is that right? It's 60 missions, including the side missions?
Stolen our weapons and captured the city. They're trying to break into the tower. You've got to shut them down ASAP.
You were infiltrated and robbed of your weapons? Talk about inept.
What did you just say? Cut the lip, hireling.
The request you sent us called for minimal force to capture the enemy. We weren't expecting much combat. This is something completely different. You'll have to up the pay 50%. Payment directly after completion. Deal?
How dare you extort the ETF? We're passing overhead now. Shall we keep going, Commander? I'll pay your price, but you will regret this one day.
Chat, is it cheating if I look at mission info before going in during hardcore mode? Is that cheating? Like if I look at the defense types I'm gonna need, the weapon types I'm gonna need and all that before I go in? Is that cheating? Because if I go in with the wrong shit, it's back to mission 1. So where do we draw this line? No, it's fine. What does hardcore mode do? If I die, we restart.
スキャンモード
Like, back to mission 1 restart.
システム戦闘モード
Yeah, we're playing in 60. Melee bugs be damned.
パージします システムスキャンモード
How long is the campaign? 60 missions.
システム戦闘モードシステムスキャンモードシステムスキャンモードシステム
If it's not too long, I psycho blind. No balls. It's kind of long. And also, I kind of like that it doesn't let you grind missions, but it does mean that not doing the subquests and stuff, you... What's it?
Everything's under control. You have our money. Unlike
You lose the potential to get your player rank up, right? With every subquest that you miss.
Problems then. You're obsessed when it comes to money. No wonder they
Oh, come
call
on, there we go.
stalkers.
Maybe I do want a subcomputer.
That's stalkers, as in the bird.
I was thinking about it, and then I was like, well, maybe I don't. Maybe the rockets are better. In some cases, they probably will be, but I do like being able to just quickly spam through missions with the subcomputer.
システムスキャンモードシステム戦闘モードエネルギー残り 30%
Fuck. Oh, there you are. Oh, no, that's my drone. It's that guy. Okay.
スキャンモードシステム戦闘モードシステム戦闘モード
Oh, thought that would kill him. Come on. I'm gonna hit something with the rockets eventually, right? There we go.
スキャンモード
Am I done?
Scanning. No enemies
Yeah.
sighted. We're deploying now. I trust you can pay, Commander.
You don't have much.
This
of a
is
force.
not a fair game.
If you try to stiff us,
This war.
can't be held
This is
responsible for
war,
what our AC
and you are here for the
does.
money and glory. Spy, betray, and use every single dirty trick in the book. It is a fair game under the circumstances that you can, like, go in with the wrong setup, realize that you have the wrong setup, and then adjust. But in a mode where you have to just go in and hope you have the right shit, especially, like, early on, there's not going to be a lot of that, which is why we haven't really run into that yet. But later on, where the fights get really tricky, that will be a thing where it's like, oh, you came in with the wrong build? Well, you're dead. Back to the start. Bozo. Why'd you bring that build? I don't think... Yeah, there's not going to be, like, many new frame parts available just yet. Might just save the money and wait. Yeah, I don't think I need to buy anything new. I think we're good, actually. For like AC fights and stuff though, I probably will. Again, the menu being changed is fucking with me. Probably will peak. This isn't an AC fight, we're fine on this. Why did you pick the one with one life? Cause like the challenge criteria on this one, cause they each had their own challenge, like modifiers. This one has the easiest criteria, challenge-wise, out of all the hardcore modes, with the trade-off that if you die once, you're back to the start.
Don't let them get away.
And even then, like, the hardest ones only give you 10 lives. So it's not exactly like those are giving me, like, you know, enough lives to make it easy by comparison. I think they would still be harder, even with having way more lives. Ooh, speed destruction.
No sign of the enemy. We're done.
Oh, we're done?
All right, let's head back.
Man, I forget these early missions are like this in Verdict Day. It's been a while since we had missions like these. Jesus. Feels good to be back, but wow. New parts. Anything good? Particularly in the frame part department? When it becomes a game of memorization, which is... Oh yeah, then it becomes a game of memorization, which is less fun. Because 60 missions is a lot to remember, exactly. That's where I'm like, for boss fights slash AC fights, I think I will look at like what weapons they have, what defenses they have before we start them. But a lot of these early missions where it's literally just like go in, clear out basic enemies that all die to rifle spam, rinse and repeat. We're fine for now. Like it's not a worry yet. But once it starts to become a worry, I'm gonna do peeking. I'm not fucking with it. I get my one life, and then it's over. So we're just gonna first try this bitch, obviously. Make it so much easier. Just first try it. Don't die. It's so easy. Just don't die. See? Enemy AC. I'm peeking. Armored Core Verdict Day 2-2 this was? Yeah. One of the tougher AC opponents in the beginning of the game. Gecko is a heavy armor tank type. Its weapons comprise a CE-resistant shield, a Gatling gun, a laser rifle, and shoulder KE rockets. He mostly stays put where he is and simply sprays fire around with bullets. KE weapons are better to be used against it, according to Armored Core Wikipedia, which... God knows I do not trust Armored Core Wikipedia that much, but if they say that KE weapons are the way, I should be good. A tank with no cannon weapons.
Come on, I'll shoot you full of holes.
They say the rifles are gonna work, I'm gonna trust it. If they lead me astray, let's just say you think I hate the Armored Core Wiki like now? You just wait until they get me killed on my hardcore Verdict Day run. Then you'll see true hatred. Yeah, no, he's weak as fuck. Absolutely. Rifles work great. That went pretty well, actually. Thank you, Armored Core Wiki. Yeah, that's all I gotta do. Peek at, like, the boss fights ahead of time. Just to make sure I don't get screwed by a fucking knowledge check. Because I'm going to lose the knowledge check every time, right? I'm not going to pass the knowledge check. Even with how much we've played up to this point, I just won't. My brain just loves the kind of busy work in Death Stranding.
We're doing things a little different today. Pay for this job is based on performance.
Dude, that's the thing where a lot of Metal Gear fans really, well, not a lot. There is a portion of the Metal Gear fandom that really dislikes like Peace Walker and the Phantom Pain because of their approach to like mission design and stuff.
Don't let him steal all your kills.
But I love going through and doing like those little tiny bite-sized side missions just one by one and getting all the rewards and building up the base with them. There's something about like that rhythm that you fall into with it that I get so hooked on. And there's a portion of the community that just fucking despises those games. I think it's one of those things where you have to be the player who likes it. And if you're not, then yeah, it's just not gonna be for you. It definitely sounds like that's the thing with Death Stranding. Like if you can fall into that gameplay loop, it's great, but some people don't, and then they're like, oh no, I fucking hate Death Stranding. Getting screwed by those rockets. I'm faster. You're not gonna get these kills. They're all mine. Are we done? We should be, right? Where's he going? There's an enemy left behind somewhere? No. No. Mine.
That's it. No more enemies in the area.
Nice work. I wouldn't want to go up against you.
I should hope not. Let's head back.
Sometimes I play Death Stranding for 8 hours straight, don't even notice the time. Yeah, MGS5 was like that for me. I just binged that game and just grinded it for like 2 weeks straight for the review. I played MGS5 like it was a full-time job. I played like more than 40 hours a week when I was recording it for the review. It was one of the craziest gaming binges I think I've ever been on. And somehow I didn't get bored of it by the end. Like I was still having fun with it at the end of that. Game just plays good. No, that's not worth the trade-off. Maybe. No, this battle rifle is pretty damn good. Do I have like reserve mags are available, but I don't really need those until I'm doing like pile driver stuff a lot. Yeah, I think I'm still good. Even with all those new parts, I think this is still what I should check the shield actually. There might be a better shield option. I mean, there's a CE shield. I'll just buy it because I know I'm going to want it at some point. We've got a decent bit of cash stocked up at this point. The hardcore menu music is so wild. Oh, AC fight. Hold on now. I might have to change the build. We'll see. What am I up against here? A deadly array of rapid fire as well as powerful TE weaponry. Having poor TE resistance for this mission can mean big trouble, as her weapons can inflict quite a big punch if they connect. Hold on. She has high AP but low KE resistance. Okay. I might want to stack my TE a bit, it sounds like. Other than that, we should be fine. I was gonna say heavy legs are TE resistant. Man, 2,800? Take that. For this early, that's a fuck ton. Granted, heavy legs, but still, that's crazy. That's so much defense. Kojima games give you so much freedom, and you can never get bored of freedom. You should have told that to me when I was 100%ing Tears of the Kingdom. I would have fucking gone off on you for the statement, you can never get bored of freedom. I would have been like, please, force me into doing anything interesting. God. Sorry. My Tears of the Kingdom hate came out a little bit. Says the guy who played it for like, you know, a couple hundred hours. We're defense stacking this bitch. I don't think I'll need any more than, well, I'm only one frame part off. Let me get the headpiece. I still haven't finished that game. I think Tears of the Kingdom will be like my go-to example for a very long time of like too much freedom and non-linearity can hurt just as much as a game being too restrictive. Because that game, once you've sunk enough hours into it, it just, I felt like I lost all urge that I had to continue playing it outside of, I was playing it for stream, so I stuck through it, but I was just like, Jesus, this is so long. So long. Isn't he beautiful, chat? Chunky boy. Okay, one more check. The KE shield is more resistant to TE. It's good to own these parts to be able to defense stack later on. Oh my God. The layout change in the menu. Still getting me. Can't believe I missed so much of the AC5 and Verdict Day streams because I decided to prioritize sleep. Welcome to the hardcore run. One death and it's back to the start. I'm not worried yet.
That's the target? I don't think I've heard of them.
When we get to Jay, I feel like I'm so prepared from money grinding him that I'm not even, like, before actually sitting down to do this, I would have told you the scariest part of this is needing to get all the way to the final boss and then fighting Jay. But now, since we played against him so much doing the money grind and found like the perfect counter build and all that, I'm not even sweating about Jay. I'm sweating about any random like knowledge check that might pop up in between now and Jay. But I feel like if I can get to the final boss fight, we've already won. Forget that I have a second rifle set up for after the shield. Good night. Get knowledge checked. I used the wiki. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. Wiki power. Good 8 hours of sleep hits so fucking hard after you 100% a game. Chat, hear me out. 8 hours of sleep kind of fucks me up sometimes. Like, you know how when you sleep too much, you also feel like shit? Like, it doesn't even feel that different from not sleeping enough. I get like that after like 8 hours of sleep sometimes. Like today. Today is one of those days. I accidentally turned off my alarm last night when I didn't mean to. And I slept, I think, like 8.5 hours. And I felt like shit, like all morning up until stream. I still don't feel 100%, But I feel better than I did this morning right now, at least. But I don't know. Sometimes 8 hours of sleep, the recommended, like, you know, 8 hours, sometimes it just hits me really hard, like in a bad way. This defense spread? Hold on a minute. Did you know that for daylight savings, when we lose an hour of sleep, heart conditions and attacks go up by like 20%? I did not know that, but I'd believe that. Because sleep is so weirdly specific, right? Like, you want to get a good bit of sleep, but then if you get even just a little too much sleep, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna regret it. What's the defense threshold that I need to hit for, like, ricochets and stuff? Verdict Day Buildcraft guys, where are you? Is 3000 TE should still be fucking plenty, right? Like, I can swap my TE core for a KE core and probably be totally fine. Like, I really won't even feel it, sort of thing. That defense spread right there. Would that be good? It looks like it would be pretty good, but I'm checking. Young adults, it's like 6 hours if I remember correctly. Yeah, I just know for adults, I think it's like 6 to 8 is the recommended. And days like today where I accidentally sleep more than I should and get like 8.5, I feel like ass. Jag, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. 2,800 plus, there we go. That's beautiful. KE core, here we come. KE core all the way. Oops. That's a beautiful defense spread. Actually, what would it look like if I kept the CE head? Maybe I want that. I don't know. Is there any benefit, really, from going... What's it? Going from 17 to 1800 CE? Would that be worth it? Why do we still have DST? DST? Question mark? My circadian rhythms are fucked up because I'm at my cousin's house right now and it's 3 hours from where I live. That threw you off? 3 hours? Really? If I sleep anything for more than 8 hours, I wake up with a terrible back pain. I feel like I have like a head cold almost. Like when I sleep more than like 7 hours normally. Like 8 hours most of the time is too much for me. Recommend 2000 if you want to reach at least H22BR breakpoint. These are CE arms. Hold on. It's at 2800. I don't know. 1200 feels a little low on KE, but maybe it's not. Tell me if it is or isn't. Is 1200 a little low on the KE? I feel like KE weapons are typically the least scary, though. As well. Well, normally. Most of the time. I'm not that scared of KE weapons compared to, like, CE or TE weapons that can nuke me. You shouldn't feel fucked up after 8 hours. I do. I just saw what you said in memes, fucker. It's true. Is 1200 a little low for KE? Or are we I feel like if I want to have anything be the lowest, it probably would be KE. Just thinking of like the scariest weapons in each class, I'm definitely more scared of CE and TE than I am of KE. Time to change your bed? My bed? At first I read that as bedtime, but you mean like my bed? I used to have problems sleeping and it was my bed. I don't think it's my bed. I've always had sleep issues. Like, I am an insomniac. But then some nights I crash and just sleep the whole night. Last night was one, and I woke up feeling like shit. I'm just gonna rock the 1200 KE and see what happens. We should be fine until we're not. See, 10 missions cleared already. We're cooking. Oh, AC fight. Hold on. Back to back, eh? Yeah, I think we're good then. I'm not gonna be as worried about the KE. Hold on. Her arsenal consists of 2 rapid-fire heat howitzers, as well as 2 Murakumo physical blades. Oh, it's a lightweight? Yeah, I'm not that worried. It doesn't say anything about her resistances on the wiki page, but if she's a lightweight, I'm not worried. What's your perfect amount? I feel like 7. Like, if I can hit 7 pretty much right on, that's like perfect for me. That's what I aim for. Is like, the closer I can get to 7, if it's a little under 7, a little above 7, that's good. Just as close as I can get to like 7 hours. I feel like that's kind of my ideal. Oh, I should have brought the CE shield. We'll be fine. I'm trying to min-max here so that I don't fucking die. But we should be fine. Oh, there goes my shield. The Multiversus fiasco keeps getting juicier. Yeah, I saw they're shutting down Multiversus. I'm not shocked. That game has had such a rocky life, like pretty much from the start. Oh, come on. Give me that lock on. Oh, I can't even, like, hit him at this angle. Oh, there's one. They're not refunding any microtransactions? I mean, the game's lifespan was short, and I get that, but here's the thing, right? If you buy microtransactions for like a live service, you know, multiplayer only game, you kind of do so knowing that at some point that game's just not going to be playable. You can't just expect a refund on like all of those unless it is like a disastrous launch. Like Concord, obviously they refunded everyone because it was such a disaster. But like that's kind of just what you're buying into when you buy microtransactions in those games, right? Like, you know that's going to happen at some point, you just don't know when it will be. It's like when people complain about how if you buy stuff from the COD shop, they're like, oh, it sucks. I don't want to buy anything from the COD shop because the game only lasts a year and then I don't get to use it anymore. I'm like, then don't buy anything from the COD shop. Like, you're absolutely right. It's, you pay to have a cool looking thing for only a year. And let's be honest, you're not going to run it the whole year either, so just don't buy it.
Enemy forces detected. They took the route we expected.
Rockman X Dive refunded people after 3 years. I've never even heard of that.
And provide support. You expecting an ambush? There's no sign of that.
Apparently
so far.
Warner's been trying to save it.
This is war.
Oh, really?
Oh, we're happy to hang back.
Yeesh.
But too much caution is a sign of fear.
Are you mercenaries always this rude?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't buy microtransactions on live service games, and it's like that's pretty much why. It's just because like at some point the game just shuts down and then it's gone. Like everything you have in that game is
The enemy's
gone.
outmatched for sure. What's our move, Maggie?
And you know, it's one thing to like buy the game knowing that, because at least you get to play the game up until that point. But beyond just buying the game, like then buying just a cosmetic in that game,
We've got company.
I don't know.
This looks bad.
I've never. Isn't that in the TOS? For what?
You fell
Or sorry, what is in the TOS?
trap, vermin.
Like that when the game gets shut down, the purchases are non-refundable.
For deployment.
Because typically, if that's the plan, that will be in like the agreements that you click through at the start of the game. Like something like, I don't know, Apex almost definitely has that in the agreements.
UNAT troops?
Oh, it's this mission.
We're gonna fix this side. What objects, Maggie?
We're on our own here.
Okay, they're weak to KE.
Play. Stay on the move. Take them out one by one.
Well, let's see how that goes then. On top of that building.
We're so fine. I'm gonna kill them without her. We're so fine. I get paid extra if I do.
You don't need them to this point.
And I can absolutely afford to do it with this build. Man, my forearms are sore after that. Christ. How long do you think it'll take to get to 6? Obviously not that long, because we're gonna first try hardcore mode.
The enemy's wiped out. That AC's gone too. That was fast.
Apparently was printing money for Capcom.
I'm sorry, Fabian. But you
How have I
must
never heard of
about
this?
them, right?
They released globally, but Capcom wasn't interested in it until they released the
We have no
game.
idea who they
And it had
are or
8
what they
million
fight for.
downloads worldwide.
All we know is that they mean business.
No refunds on microtransactions when the game shuts down. Is that in the TOS? It depends from game to game, but typically something like that will be in like the TOS or whatever. Like, because you always have to click through like 3 agreements for those games. And a lot of it is typically stuff like that. DMC3 PC port is way better than HD. No. No. It is only if you're speedrunning. If you are anyone other than the 0.1% of the player base that's speedrunning, the original port is terrible. Just bad. Give me that. EC fight 3-1. Could I just get like a mission list so that I don't have to type it in every time? It's not hard to fix it. You shouldn't have to fix it. You don't have to fix the HD one. found a mission list, by the way. Oh, he has low defense for all 3 damage types. He can inflict quite a heavy punch if you don't have adequate KE defense. He has a sniper that really hurts if you don't have good KE. So hold on. Adjustment time. Oh, I guess I have a good KE core. Where are the... Yeah, I think the KE arms with double shoulder slots are significantly later. Oh, I already have those. Sweet. And then I can just drop down to... Well, I don't even probably need to do that. Let's see. Oops. If I can get over 2,000, yep, we're fine. I don't need to change the legs for that. Prequel DMC game with Sparta as the protagonist, anyone? I wouldn't be against the idea, but I wouldn't want it as much as just a sequel with Nero and then whoever else they might do from there. But as far as like the story moving forward with DMC, I just want to see Nero actually be the main character. After 2 games of setting him up, I want to see him just actually like take over.
Faith in your own ability is worth much more.
Like they totally set him up in DMC 4.
There is more to battle than just
And then DMC 5, probably just because the franchise was dormant for so long before that, they didn't want to risk making Nero the actual main character, so they stuck with Dante. But now he's like double set up to take over, so they just need to fucking do it. At this point, just do it. I just want to see it. Plus, Ruben is out now, so probably wouldn't go well if Dante was the main character without Ruben anyway. There we go. I don't like Nero's design in 5. He looks like a wimp. What? His design in 5 was so much better than 4. The only thing that I would keep from 4 was the hair. I think the hair change was odd. But other than that, he looks so much better in 5. Well, and the arm, but the arm was for narrative reasons. So I can get past that one. But the arm did look cool. I do kind of miss the old arm. Yeah, I did have these arms. The hair is what I was talking about. Yeah, I did like his old hair more, definitely. If he had his DMC5 design with just the hair from 4, perfect. For me, at least. So much more anime BS kind of shit, which suits DMC better. It definitely. I think that probably is it. His older hair just feels much more like anime protagonist than it does in 5, right? Yeah, we'll be good on this one. I want his DT from 4 back. I like his DT. It's a little weird looking, but I like the angel wings and shit with his new DT. But him just getting doppelganger for DT was also fun.
The choppers are preparing for takeoff.
We were hired to
Him having a JoJo stand as his devil trigger was very fun.
much fun, is it? I'll negotiate a price. Take them out before they get us.
They're going down.
Wow. Okay, maybe hang back. Whoa.
They're taking off at point A.
No, they're not.
They're getting away.
Absolutely not.
Confirmed.
Instead of a human arm. No, the human arm was good. That was the right play, at least narratively. But I do miss the old devil arm for like just design purposes. Cool. But like the whole point of Nero's arc in 4 into 5 is that he's the one from like the bloodline who actually just rejects the devil lineage. He's like Jin from Tekken. He's the one member of the family who says, no, I don't want this devil shit. I'm cool without it. Which is why his DT looks more angelic than demonic as well. That's the whole point. Bop, 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 bop. He was never against the power. He wasn't at the start. He is in 5, though. That genuinely, that is his arc in 5. Oh god. Oh god, no. Ow. Ah! Ah! I tried to read chat. Am I out of rockets? I am. It's a miracle I still have this shield. I guess I just took crazy back shots there. He didn't want to scare his girlfriend and stepsister in 4. Yeah, and then he gets the, what's it? He gets Yamato, and he kind of gives into that Virgil mindset a little bit before he rejects it near the end. This is, like, Nero's arc is rejecting his lineage. That's why I say it is just Jin from Tekken. For comparison, as soon as I started saying it out loud, I'm like, yeah, this is Jin. This is Tekken Jin, isn't it? He gets a taste, he indulges, and then he realizes that he shouldn't, and he steps away from it. Jin from Tekken. Could have said it was a birthmark. Yeah, his whole, like, big devil arm. Said F to the Pope. He gave, like, he actively rejects the more power thing. And then he tries to give the sword back to Dante because he doesn't want it. But Dante won't take it back. Uh-oh. Oh, it is just reinforcements. I was like, is this going to be an AC ambush? That scared me for a second. Oh god. Threat was over. He used it as long as he needed it. Yeah, but then he went to get rid of it. He gave it back? Okay, yes, he gave it back.
Proved yourself again. You're no ordinary mercenary.
But like, I don't know what you're trying to argue here. Because like, on one hand, you're saying that he wanted the power, but then you're also just saying that he didn't need it. and wanted to give it back just because it wasn't his? I don't get what you're saying. He didn't throw it into a portal? No, but like, I don't really get what you're trying to get at with this. Oh. Uh-oh, AC fight. Please tell me they're weak to KE again. Because I know at some point they're going to stop being weak to KE. Oh no. The info on the wiki has become more sparse. Oh no. There's no strategy section for this guy. He's, okay, wait, he's lightweight though. He needed the power, so he took Yamato. He fought Dante for it. Yeah, but Raiden, you started this whole thing with saying that he's not trying to, or sorry, that he's not like rejecting the Sparta lineage. But now you're just listing the ways in which he's actively not accepting his lineage. That's what I say when I'm saying like I don't get what you're trying to point at here. This is the guy you one-hit kill with dual laser blades. Ah, so he's weak to TE. Or was it just that I used laser blades? I must, if I was whipping out laser blades, it's probably because he was weak to TE. Right? Probably. Yeah, I have the defense split. I would need to buy TE weapons. Maybe, I wish there was more info on this. Wait, it said he had sniper rifles? He doesn't know his lineage? In 4, he doesn't know his lineage. In 5, he does. Okay. And I started talking about 5, but it got to 4. He learns his lineage in 5? Yeah, and that's what sets his arc in motion in 5. That's like his big dual sniper and CE. So I want to stack the KE again then. Well, oh, I'm in the buy menu. Whoops. He's lightweight. So maybe I do want to, yeah, I'll probably just bring a plasma gun then. Oops. At the end, right? And I don't get your point. To be honest, I just don't get it. I need plasma. Sorry, pulse, not plasma. Yeah, this is the big damage one. That's what I want. I think he'll start saying uncle instead of Dante. Bro, could you imagine? In the next mainline DMC game, Nero's just calling Dante Unk the whole time. There's no way that Nero would say the whole, like, uncle, right? That just wouldn't feel like something he would call someone. But I could absolutely hear him calling him Unk. God, that would be so dumb. But it would be funny. It would feel weirdly appropriate. Oh, I shouldn't have skipped him. I should have given him the intro.
stays pretty good.
Oh, I forgot to swap the shield, like I said. God damn it. We should be fine. Yeah, now my CE defense isn't all that great. He should die fast, though. He's going to die fast. He didn't reject Yamato in 4 because he wanted to stop his lineage. He did, not because he wants to stop his lineage, but he's just not interested in it in 4, was all that I meant by that. I was primarily talking about 5, but... yeah, in 4, he's just clearly, like, not interested in that. I tried to find that OST from ACX yesterday, and I couldn't find it. It's literally just called, like, multiplayer BGM 1 or 2. There's only 2 of the multiplayer tracks in the game. It literally was just, like, whatever it is, it's either 1 or 2. In the menu... wait, maybe they're not called that on the soundtrack, though. Hold on, I bet if I just looked up, like, Ace Combat X multiplayer BGM 1. Oh yeah, someone uploaded it and called it Ace Combat X The Lost Tracks. So it's probably just one that's not actually on, like, the official OST. But yeah, he just has it uploaded as, like, multiplayer 1. That would be why, if they didn't put it on the official OST. Oh, I was like, what was I trying to do in the garage? Fix my setup. I don't think this next mission I should need anything specific, right? We're 16 missions in, which is more than a quarter of the way, but obviously it's the easy quarter of the game. Oh, this is what I think this is, right? Right? Verdict Day, guys, mission 4. This is what I think. Let me just look at the wiki. I have it up. This is the big spinny bitch. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need some changes for that, definitely. I was like, we shouldn't need changes. No. We are now entering what I can officially say is the scary part of the game. Here we go. Found it. Let's go. You can try to one-kick kill it. I could certainly try. I don't have a whole lot of faith. I don't even know if TE stacking against him is gonna do me much good. But out of desperation, that's what we're gonna be doing. Oh, wrong arm. Yeah. I don't know if this will help all that much, but I gotta do what I gotta do in my attempts to not die. Oh. Gotta go back to the buy menu and check, like, generators and boosters and stuff. It's been a minute and we've unlocked a lot of parts. I don't even want those. Those are too balanced. I want balanced with, like, good output. That's what I want. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Yeah, I'm a little scared of meleeing him. Granted, I'm also scared of leaving him alive for a long period of time. But this is the map where you can actually, like, get him stuck on a lot of stuff around the place, so... give him the intro. I keep instinctively going to skip.
I have one question. I see that thing you've got there. Who you with? Are you with the Foundation?
want you to pit yourselves against our weapon. This thing, as you put it. That's not an answer. We're using live rounds, so defeat could mean your death. Be prepared. The run ends as soon as one
What kind of antagonist do you want? I don't know.
We'll supply a eunuch to fight with
The
you.
thing with DMC is it doesn't have like any legacy antagonists that you could really bring back.
What are your intentions? What do
Well,
you have to gain from challenging
you could bring
us?
back Mundus, but in my opinion, you want to wait on the Mundus comeback unless you're actually doing like Dante's son as the protagonist of the game.
I don't like these guys.
Because of the line from the end of DMC 1.
Our eunuchs have been customized by these guys.
Because like Sparta locked away Mundus,
Do their thing. Wait
and then
see how
when
they
Dante locked him away, he joked like, say hello to my son when you come back.
The Foundation is a formidable opponent.
It kind of set up like a potential tradition of like every generation of that family line just fights Mundus whenever he comes back. So I feel like you don't want to bring Mundus back until you're ready to do like Dante's son.
Concentrate. It's us for them.
And I mean, they could probably do Dante's son, but like, who's the mom? If any of you say Trish, you're banned, by the way. Fuck no. I saw it coming as soon as it left my mouth. Do not. Dante has never had sex. Exactly. There's no way he has. I would not be able to believe you if you told me he did. Which is kind of the issue with doing Dante's son and all that. There's no way that that guy has ever had sex. Oh no. Then again, people say that about Goku, and he's got 2 kids. And also, most of the stuff with Goku is translation errors. So, because like everyone always references the fact that in that one bit in Dragon Ball Super, Goku says that he doesn't know what a kiss is, and that he and Chi-Chi have never kissed before. But there's also a scene in Dragon Ball Z where he kisses Chi-Chi. So people always point to him not knowing what a kiss is in Super as like, there's no way that this dude had sex. But that was genuinely just a line they added in the localization. Ugh. These guys aren't bad at all when you're in the right like arena to fight them. DMC3 manual literally refers to Dante as having a hedonistic lifestyle in every way other than
Disappointed that a mere mercenary survived?
having sex,
Or are
clearly,
you
because
worried
there's no
about
way.
the money?
There's no way.
Don't worry, you'll get your fee.
Is that why people like Dragon Ball? Is it because they see it as
What
relatable?
sort of a
Uh-huh.
test is this anyway? You starting another war with those things?
False, you're gonna have to watch it someday. You make all these jokes, you're gonna have to.
Fine. We're going then. Later.
You wish with the images you secretly took. They were not part
One of the most disturbing things I heard about Dragon Ball is that the Saiyans could actually kill their partners while having sex if they're not careful.
mercenary credentials.
I mean,
Magnolia.
Duly
depends.
Noted.
Saiyans also canonically seek out stronger women. That's like a genuine lore point that they wrote in. It's not even just a coincidence with like Chi-Chi and Bulma. They legit put that into the lore that Saiyans are like drawn sorry, Saiyan men are drawn to stronger women. And I don't know if you've seen it, but when Chi-Chi gets angry, Goku hides behind other people to try to get away from her. So I think Chi-Chi's safe. She's strong enough that Goku literally like goes and cowers behind people when she gets pissed. I think she whoops his ass. Genuinely. Chi-Chi is the secret strongest character in Dragon Ball, I swear to God. Goku's scared as fuck of his wife, for good reason. And Vegeta's scared of Bulma, Chi-Chi and Bulma are genuinely hilarious. They're fucking... Especially Chi-Chi. Everyone hates Chi-Chi. I think she's funny as fuck. Any new shields? Nope. I don't know if there's anything else I would want to update other than like... There's no dual shoulder arms available yet. Oh, okay, I could upgrade the core. Whoa, I want that one. Give me that one. Chi-Chi solos base Goku easier than anyone else. That's probably... It's probably fair to say that she could beat him in base. Maybe. If we're... And even then, we all know that we're kind of joking when we say it, but... I think we all realize that there's no way that she could beat him transformed as well, right? At least probably not. So I don't know much. There was that one scene in Z where she had a red aura, so she knows Kaioken. Is Chi-Chi not human? No, Chi-Chi's human. Saiyans want to be male wives. Both Goku and Chi-Chi are socially inept but different. That's true. I feel like the biggest thing about Dragon Ball's dub that disappoints me is that... Oh, god damn it. Knowing that Goku is supposed to have like a strong hick accent makes him so much funnier as a character. I can't be the only one. I actually just recently saw a video of someone like fan dubbing Dragon Ball and giving Goku like an insanely strong hick accent, and it's hilarious. Because in Japanese, he does have it. Like in the Japanese dub, Goku does have a strong like country accent. But they never did that for the English. Like redneck? Yeah. Stay back. Demons. I don't like them. Can't imagine Goku saying howdy, partner. Well, genuinely, like, for American English, that is kind of the equivalent of how he sounds, or how he's supposed to sound, at least. Can you imagine Shamel doing a fake country accent? Would probably be great. I love Sean Shamel's voice. This is a random tangent, by the way. I wish he wasn't such an ass, like, outside of voicing Goku. I wish that he wasn't such a fucking dick. Like, if you get into Dragon Ball enough, you eventually come across the fact that Sean Schimmel is kind of an asshole, which is really unfortunate. Because I would love to just love him, but God, he's a dick. Frieza in Japanese speaks very polite even when he's angry. Yeah.
One that got away? Beacon set. Head over and take them out.
We don't know what to expect. Be
Okay,
careful.
I can't go there now. For almost 10 years, I thought Frieza was female. I thought Frieza was a woman when I was a kid, too.
What?
Because Lisa's voice acting,
You won't survive many
like,
hits from that.
even once you know that Frieza is a dude, it's like, okay, yeah, I can hear that. But I feel like me and a lot of other kids, like at school and stuff when I was little, also thought that Frieza was a woman. Like, I definitely was not, ow, the only one. Ow, shit. But hilariously, like, looking back on that too, Lisa's Frieza voice sounds more masculine than the new guy's. I can't remember his name,
I've heard it's similar
the new
tech that was
Frieza.
found in the towers. It could be possible
But
that
Lisa's
their
voice
ancient weapons
acting
have
for
gone
Frieza genuinely
Towers, huh?
sounded closer to being like masculine than the new guys.
Sure of is that they were built
Granted, I love both of them, and I
Seems that the 3/4
I might prefer the new guy's Frieza a little bit.
They're
Just
using the
I
tech without
might,
any understanding of it.
but
Pretty reckless of them. But I guess that sums up the human race, huh?
new one sounds like Team 4 Stars. It kind of does. Honestly, I think I like the new guy a little more. I love both of them though. No, Metalhead, it was a woman that originally voice acted Frieza. The new voice actor for Frieza is a dude. But originally, the English Frieza was a woman, like all these years. Her name was Lisa, I can't remember her last name. Or sorry, Linda, my bad. Not Lisa, Linda Young. Lisa. Unless you're talking about, what's that? The meme of Goku yelling, "I will not let you circumcise my..." I have not seen that one. What? The what now? God damn it. These menus being swapped around. That one's next. Big C fight. This was 4-2, right? How are you bringing up a Dragon Ball meme that I don't know? Uh-oh. No strategy info on the wiki. It's a midweight biped with a battle rifle and a Gatling gun. I'll bring a battle rifle and a... I have to buy another pulse gun. God damn it. This music. It's getting old. No, I need a left arm pulse gun. Find it after stream. I have not seen this one. I don't know if I want to see it. This sounds like the sort of thing that will be burned in my brain. I'm doing Reddit things? Oh god. Not Reddit things. Oops. Shit. We're just gonna pray that I have this set up right. It's an AC fight, so I should be able to manage.
I'm not the type to use cheap tricks. I'll go head to head with anyone who can put up a decent fight.
Have you seen the beef of the DOA creator with Harada? There is no beef between them. There was, but there hasn't been for a very long time. It's crazy how Harada put up like this ginormous essay basically to explain how there was kind of a beef, but it was never like that they hated each other or hated each other's games. It was just that they were like rivals in terms of what they were doing, right? Like they were both making the two biggest competitive 3D fighting games at the time. So like they kind of had to be out to beat the other in that sense. But there was never like actual beef. But everyone has always like perceived that they hated each other. And Harada wrote this giant essay, and at the front of it literally said, like, if you're not patient enough to read this, then just don't read this, leave now. And so a lot of people didn't read it and then started like clickbaiting and going around and being like, yep, they hate each other. It's like, oh my god. It's been one of those Tekken community moments, certainly. Just for marketing? Yeah, it's just because they had to, you know, try to sell more copies than the other guy was selling, basically. They had to kind of act like there was some beef between them just because that was the nature of the industry and everything. Especially back then. Nowadays, the industry's way more chill like that. Right? Like, remember when games that were directly competing used to always fucking be at each other's throats? Now I feel like everything's just chill in the industry nowadays. But man, for a long time, up until like recently, you used to get like genuine rivalries between franchises like that. Also, not a whole lot of info. Isn't this the guy who runs away from you? And then there's the two choppers. Oh, here we go. I got info. He's weak to almost anything, so have at it, badass. What about the choppers? I'll probably want a battle rifle for the choppers, if I had to guess. Oh, I have nothing on my right bay. What am I doing? Choose one, Tekken, MK, or Street Fighter? Tekken. Then Street Fighter. Yeah. I just wouldn't choose MK. I don't know. I always like, I have some fun with MK right when it comes out, but then I get bored of MK so fast every time. MK's animations are just bad. You think? I think MK, well, MK1 is a weird looking game, but generally Mortal Kombat is like the best looking one because it has the most budget by a long shot, but MK1 is a weird looking game, animations wise. And even just visually, I don't know, it's kind of an odd looking game. CE was the right play. Oh my god, I forgot that this was a total shit show. And it's about to get worse. MK looks fine. Its gameplay is mid. I think MK generally looks the best. MK1 is like a weird exception where it just doesn't look very good. Like I think MK11 looks better than MK1. I don't know what happened with MK1. And it's not even like a fidelity thing. There's just something off in MK1 about the animations and like the faces and everything. I don't know. Something's weird in MK1. Because, like, the backgrounds and stuff are amazing in MK1. The environments are all amazing looking, but just the characters feel weird in MK1. Yeah, this is still the setup. That was just my general setup. So used to having to change for everything. Just trying to minimize my chances of dying here. 4-4. His AC has weak defenses to all 3 types. And he uses a pile driver, so he's a melee guy. Yeah, I should be fine. Just stay away from him, and I'll be fine. Just got back into Ace Combat 7, playing on the hardest difficulty, getting S ranks again. I'm telling you, man. Everyone looks at Ace Combat and they're like, well, I don't know. But then you play it. There's something about it. It's just so easy to play once you get in the feel of it. Have you died yet on the 1 life thing? No, we're about 1/3 of the way through right now and we're still going. Am I even gonna want the shield? No, that's a no. I can just melt him. I got like 300 plus hours. There's just something about it. I genuinely don't get sick of flying planes. Like, you'd look at it and be like, man, this has to get boring. But it really just doesn't. It feels like you're flying those toy airplanes we used to play around with. It really does. There's a, what's it? There's a YouTube, like, video essay out there that got really big on pretty much the whole series. He just does, like, very brief analysis of, like, each era, rather than getting super deep into like every single game and everything. Heavyweight reverse joint. Okay, sorry. And he has a line in there where he says like, what's it? Ace Combat is a simulator, but not of reality. And I've seen so many people like repeat that in stream chat and everything, because it's just so accurate. Or it's like, it is a simulation game, but not of like how planes actually fly by any means. It's like what you like to think flying a fighter jet would feel and look like. That's what it's trying to sell you, right? It's not interested in the realism at all. It's all about the fantasy and selling that. He has a good amount of KE and CE defense, no TE defense. And he's packing TE weapons, it looks like. Or at least he has a pulse machine gun. Okay. Well, I shouldn't have to change my defenses much then. But I know what I want. I know what I want. I want pulse machine guns. Good ones. I want to melt him down with high damage pulse machine guns. Just burn. Dead. That's what I want. The childhood fantasy of flying a fighter plane? Yeah, or like a Top Gun. If you've watched Top Gun and been like, that's fucking cool. You get that instead of getting like boring, realistic plane sim. Which some people are really into. I say boring. Some people love like actual flight sims, but I like the romanticized shit more, for sure. I like it just being absolutely wild. Yeah, NRS fighters are just... Really, the more I get into fighting games in a broader sense, the less I like NRS fighters. Like, by comparison to literally everything else I've played. I grew up playing most MK games. Not, like, extensively, but, like, casually would play a little bit of them because, like, it was cool. It's Mortal Kombat. Everyone played it. At least just a tiny bit, right? You'd be hard-pressed to find a gamer who has never, like, so much as touched Mortal Kombat. Everyone's at least played it a little bit. Not everyone. Someone's about to be like, I never have, but most have. But man, the more I play, like, fighting games in a broader sense, the less I enjoy MK. And I never really even liked Injustice when I did like NRS games. I always thought Injustice was mid as fuck. Of Tim? Hold on. Let me look. Yeah, that might be what I'm thinking of. That's the one. That's the exact video I'm referencing, Metalhead. I had to just look up Ace Combat Retrospective and see which one it is. Hey, my video is right under it. Look at that. We're doing it, chat. I don't know why I still get surprised by it. I do this all the time where I go to like look up a game or something on like Google or YouTube and I'm like, hey, that's me, like a game that I cover. And somehow I'm still shocked by it every time. You'd think I wouldn't be anymore, but I still am. Catches me off guard every time. Seeing my own video be like the second thing when you look up Ace Combat Retrospective. Granted, I'm also signed in on my account right now, so maybe I'm not the actual second. Destroy all enemies, and it's just basic enemies. We're gonna cook this one. Let me see. Incognito time. I can type it fast enough. I am the second thing.
They're spread around the area.
Even on incognito.
Do not run around and expose yourself too much. Take them out one by one.
Granted, I really shouldn't be surprised by that. If you Google like Ace Combat 3, like on Google, my video is like at the top. I really shouldn't be all that surprised. Inspired by Ace Combat? Project Wingman. I'll play it someday. Probably.
システムスキャンモード。エネルギー残り 30%。
Ow.
エネルギー残り 30%。 エネルギーがありません。
Imagine it being an old game and it being like your third video that you're embarrassed of. I don't know what you're referencing here.
エネルギーがありません。
No idea what you're referring to. On the top of Google search. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There are a couple games that if you Google those games, like in that little top shelf that Google generates where you get like an image, a video, and a description, the video will be my video. There are a few of them. I know AC3 is one of them.
システム戦闘モード。
What's it? I think Metal Gear Survive is one of them, which is a big one. Like, that's obviously a game that way more people will search on Google than Ace Combat 3. I think at one point, the Phantom Pain was one for me. I don't know if that's still the case, because there are so many YouTube videos on the Phantom Pain that it probably just cycles, and I just had the video for a little bit. But I think at one point I had MGS5. I've got to have like Ace Combat Advance or something, right? Like one of those really obscure like Game Boy games that I've covered. Maybe Ghost Babel. Potentially. I wouldn't know. Haven't looked. There's an enemy left somewhere. Bro, I didn't even have to do that one. Tibby did the your mom joke for me. Come on. Well, let me go incognito again. I think I had MGS 5, Metal Gear Solid 5.
I don't know whether to be in awe or afraid.
I don't think I have it anymore. I think I did at one point, but not anymore.
Of course.
No, not anymore. Was I right about Survive? Not anymore. God damn it. What about Ghost Babel? I've got to have it for Ghost Babel, right? Do I still have it for Ace Combat 3? I still have it for Ace Combat 3. I'm losing my Google foothold. Joel's a bad influence. I don't know what you mean. Your mom jokes are still very funny and no one is ever offended by them. Ever. Trust me. Okay, this is a main story mission, so what's the fucking twist? There's no way that it's actually just an easy one, right? Oh, this is the UNAC one. Oh, yeah, okay. This is the one where it throws all the UNACs at you. And the UNACs are lacking in TE defense. I was like, what's the catch? There's no way that a main story mission is just easy by this point. There had to be something. Pack those. We're good. You think you can get J first try? Definitely. After all that practice, yeah. I'm like, J isn't even what I'm worried about. I'm worried about like other missions along the way, if anything.
Over here! They're on our tail! Hurry up!
Almost
How big does Chole get, though? Ask your mother.
Damn amateurs. We can't abandon them. Drop now. More hostiles. They keep coming.
Chole's not Googled up anymore. My Google foothold, man. I'm losing it.
Scan show they have a gun battery. There's a fake signal from this.
I wish I could have my own UNAC for this shit.
Ground forces approaching from the
Oh, that will be a catch with Jay.
We have to do something.
We should be fine, probably.
Find a way to take it out.
But no UNAC for Jay.
enemy near the chopper. Get them now.
I'll do warm-up runs before we fight Jay on hardcore. Because I didn't think about that until just now. With UNAC, it's like, oh, easy. First clear, absolutely. Without UNAC, it's like 80% chance I first try it.
Chopper under attack. Get back there. What's the status of our unit? See for yourself. Just get over here. Understood.
The hardest boss in the franchise now, pushover. Not because of skill, because we fought him so many goddamn times. And,
No need to worry. We should have
crafted
no
like the
problem
perfect
handling
build
the enemy.
to consistently kill him, and it just... And it's not because of like raw skill or anything. It's just a lot of practice. Yeah, the kicks on 60 FPS. There we go.
エネルギー残り 30%。エネルギーがありません。システム戦闘モード。
Wait, something's wrong. What? Some kind of trouble?
Currently playing Nexus and dreading how Last Raven's gonna go. Last Raven will push you. For sure. I count practice and making the perfect build skill. No. The skill is just being able to go in with whatever and do it.
I don't understand.
Although AC Gen 5 isn't really that kind of game, but still.
Engage. Take them all out.
システムエネルギーがありません。システム戦闘モード。エネルギー残り 30%。パージします。
Had to use it while I had it.
システムスキャンモード。
Pulling a World War Z on me.
システム戦闘モード。システムスキャンモード。エネルギー残り 30%。システムスキャンモード。システムスキャンモード。システムスキャンモード。
There we go.
Enemy signature's gone. Not a soul left moving, including those UNACs.
Explain yourselves. What the hell is going on? We're in the
Just reach
target
the
cloud.
second phase of
This is
Mr.
not launch
Uncanny
pad
after
shit.
figuring that out. After figuring
You
what
expect
out?
us to believe that? Let
Mr.
it all be known
Uncanny.
right now. We will pay you a suitable reward. That I can promise.
Oh, this meme. Okay. Yeah.
We need to head back and get some answers.
Mr. Incredible becoming
作戦基本
Uncanny.
クリア。システム通常モードに移行し
Oh,
ます。
I don't like that meme. I've never seen the full one. Eesh. I don't like that one. I don't fuck with the Uncanny Valley. I don't look into the Uncanny Valley. I don't. There are two types. Well, that really is the one type of horror that gets me now. I used to be pretty weak around like body horror. But not so much anymore, probably just because I've been exposed to it too much. The Uncanny Valley still, it tickles that spot in my brain that I don't like being tickled, though. I don't fuck with that. I don't like it. No one fucks with the Uncanny Valley. I don't like it. I don't want anything to do with it. Oh. They moved them around. The workshop used to be on top. That's the whole point. I mean, that's the whole point of, like, all horror, but, you know, it all, like, loses its effect after so long, after you've seen enough of it. The Uncanny Valley has not lost its effect on me yet. I still just don't like it. I look at it and I'm like, ooh, no. No. I do still get that, like, primitive reaction where I don't want to be looking at that. Using KE rifles is good against him, apparently. And he's got mostly... Oh, he has a cannon? I might want to rock a little more KE defense, then. Yeah, over the 2,000 mark should be enough, I think. Oh, after figuring out the J fight. The worst tickle possible. I don't like that tickle. I don't like getting tickled in general. Don't tickle me, fuckers. But especially not like that.
Oh, it's that rookie who thinks they're hot stuff. Oh, they get on my nerves. These notorious fighters usually aren't all they're cracked up to be.
メインシステム戦闘モードを起動します
Definitely.
システムスキャンモード
Do not tickle me ever. Just general warning to anyone who might ever find themselves in a position where that is a possibility. Don't.
システム戦闘モード
I also, in a similar vein, don't ever try to jump scare me.
システム
My fight or flight response in both of those situations leans pretty heavily towards the fight response. Once, my childhood best friend jump scared me, like around a corner, just jumped out and went like, ah, to try to get me. He ended up with a black eye, because before I knew what was happening, he got fucking socked. It just instinctive, like, boosh. He scared the shit out of me. And he jokes about it all the time, too. He's like, yeah, I learned to never do that again. An entity. Story ends the next morning. The plot twist is... Oh, we're the antagonist. That just sounds like an itch.io indie horror. I joke a lot with horror games. If you spend any time in Falsa's streams when she plays indie horror stuff, I joke about it a lot. I have like a running bit of every horror game plot twist ever.
戦闘モードを起動し
Not
ます
ever, but like since Silent Hill 2 came out,
スキャンモード
being that we were actually the monsters all along.
They've spotted us, but they're not ready to move
And it's funny because like 80% of the time that I say it,
before they can react.
it happens. Don't ruin the plot for me even if it's the same every time. I can't help it with that one. Everyone does that twist now. They all do the Silent Hill 2 twist. But it doesn't work as well. Because for the Silent Hill 2 twist to work, you kind of have to have a story that's like Silent Hill 2. Ow, fuck.
システムスキャンモード
Ow, why does everything in this mission hurt?
システム戦闘モード
If it is possible in the future, do not tickle. No.
Watch it. They're coming for you.
Do not do it. Or scare. Both are bad ideas. Particularly the jump scare one, because I'm
残り 30%
not one who's easily scared like that, but that's the stronger, like if you trigger that fight or flight response, it's one thing when I'm like playing a horror game. It's another thing when I'm greeted with whatever the potential problem is a foot in front of me.
システムスキャンモード
That hurts a lot and I might die.
システム戦闘モード
Real shit. That hurts a lot.
エネルギー残り 30%
Oh, now there's two of them. Uh-oh.
エネルギー残り 30% エネルギーがありません機体がダメージを受けています回避してください
The real shit. We might be seriously cooked. Oh my god.
システムスキャンモード 残弾なしパージします
My battle rifle's out of ammo. Slow and steady now. Don't let it be Jover. We're almost halfway through a run here.
インコムなダメージを受けています回避してください
That's the last chopper. Just scraps left now.
Let's finish up and get out of here.
システムスキャンモードエネルギー残り 30%
Chat broke.
システム戦闘エネルギー残り 30%
Rescheduled to BOE2, right? What is tomorrow? Is it Metal Gear tomorrow?
システムスキャンモード
Is it MGS2 tomorrow? I think so.
システムスキャンモード システム戦闘モード
Mouthwashing did it good. Mouthwashings was better than most, definitely.
Hostile readings. That's a rat.
A job well done. Let's go.
作戦目標クリア
Metal Gear, yeah,
システ
okay.
ム通常モードに移行します
It's not too far away, Mickle. Don't get too worried about it. Okay. Got Cheez-It duos that are cheddar and bacon, and they ain't that bad. I'm normally skeptical about bacon flavored like snacks, but I could see that being really good. I could see that. We got through 26 missions, chat. 26 is a good start. That's almost the halfway point. There are 60 in total. So 26? And the closest I got to death being 10K, which wasn't comfy, but wasn't even like I was on, you know, the very brink. That went pretty all right. Hopefully in like 1 or 2 more streams, I can just straight one-shot the hardcore mode. We're good. This is like a loop. Yeah, if I die, we go back to the start. Granted, I could choose another challenge that has more than 1 life, but then those challenges will be harder even if I do get like 5 lives. I might be more likely to die 5 times in those challenges than I am to die 1 time in this one, which is why I chose this one. I do think I'm less likely to die once here than I am to die 5 times in most others. So I chose this one, but who knows? I condensed my OBS down. It's all here now. Keep forgetting. Anyway, it is about that time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing, man, what are we doing? Metal Gear tomorrow, MGS2. We're making good progress on that, but man, is it long. We're doing Ace Combat, Resident Evil, Yakuza. We're doing a bunch of good shit. PoE 2 soon. Mickle continuing the hardcore runs, I swear. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff, so come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, over on the YouTube side, feel free to go ahead and leave a like, algorithm things. You know how it goes. The stream, after it ends, does turn into a VOD and go out to recommended and search and all that, so it is helpful. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. If you didn't know, speaking of VODs, Chole VODs. The VODs will not be on this channel for much longer. They're getting moved over to Chole VODs. So if you want stream VODs, like if you're the kind of person who either can't catch them live but watches them after the fact, or you know, when you miss a stream you do want to get caught up, whatever, make sure you go sub to Chole VODs and keep an eye on that for anything you might be looking for. It's all there, I promise. Well, not yet. It will all be there. Give me time. It takes time. If you're looking for anything outside of YouTube or Twitch to engage with the community, check out links in the description below on YouTube or on Twitch. They're on the channel page. They're in chat commands, whatever. Things like Twitter, Discord server, anything you might be looking for, it's all there. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.